Ever pulled the trigger and thought, no way that was semi-auto? Well, believe it, because these handguns are clocking speeds that'll make machine guns blush. In 2025, pistol tech isn't just keeping up, it's blowing past the speed limit. We're talking flinch-free recoil, split times that'll melt your shot timer, and enough innovation to make your old Glock cry in its case. Whether you shoot competition, carry for defense, or just live for the thrill of a blazing fast mag dump, this list has something that'll make you grin like you just found full auto mode. So tighten that grip, charge your mags, and let's count down the fastest shooting handguns on the planet. We're not easing into this. We're kicking off with a certified banger. The Springfield Armory Echelon comes in at number 12, and trust me, it's not here to warm the bench. This polymer-framed beast might be new, but it's already punching way above its weight class. The Echelon brings Springfield's central operating group to the table, a modular fire control unit that makes the entire platform customizable to the shooter. You can swap grip modules like you're changing your shirt. Add in a low-bore axis, optimized recoil spring, and a grip angle that keeps your muzzle flatter than a pancake on leg day, and you've got yourself a serious speed machine. The trigger is short take-up, crisp break, fast reset. It practically begs for rapid fire. And don't get me started on Springfield's variable interface system. It lets you slap on most optics without the need for adapter plates. That means you're faster from draw to dot and way faster from dot to done. Now, if this is number 12, you already know what kind of madness is coming next. This isn't some generic top 5 rehash. This is a full-throttle countdown of the fastest shooting handguns you can get your hands on in 2025. These aren't just range toys. These are serious, performance-driven pistols built for speed demons, competition crushers, and anyone who wants their split times measured in milliseconds. Some are futuristic, some are throwbacks tuned to perfection, but every single one brings the heat. So lock in, mag up, and keep your eyes sharp. We're just getting started, and the next 11 make the Echelon look like a warm-up. You want horsepower? The FN510 Tactical is your muscle car in a world full of hybrids. This 10mm monster doesn't just throw lead, it launches it like it's trying to knock the earth off its axis. But here's the twist. Despite being chambered in a round known for wrist-snapping recoil, this thing shoots fast and flat, like FN pulled some kind of dark magic under the hood. We're talking a full-size polymer frame paired with a 4.7 1-inch threaded barrel, ready for a compensator or suppressor if you want to tame the beast even more. You've got 2 mag options, 15 rounds if you want to keep it clean, or 22 rounds if you're feeling spicy. That's 22 rounds of 10 mil, people. Let that sink in. And thanks to FN's recoil tuning, heavy-duty spring, smart slide mass, and perfect grip angle, you're not getting beat up when you run it fast. The tactical features are just icing on this powerhouse cake. Optics ready slide? Check. Suppressor height night sights? Standard. Fully ambidextrous controls? Absolutely. This thing was made to go hard, whether you're running drills or prepping for that end-of-the-world but make it stylish scenario. In my hands, the FN510 Tactical felt like a tank that wanted to sprint. I was punching holes in targets with follow-ups that stayed tight and centered. If you're looking for a pistol that brings both raw speed and brute force, and doesn't flinch when you run it hot, this bad boy's got your name written all over it. Now this one right here is for the purebred speed junkies. The Walther PDP Match didn't just walk into the competition scene, it kicked the door open and challenged everything around it to a duel. Built on Walther's already excellent PDP platform, the Match variant takes everything up a notch. Longer slide, longer barrel, insane balance, and one of the slickest factory triggers in the striker-fired game. Let's start with the basics. Chambered in 9mm, it runs a 5-inch barrel that gives you an extended sight radius for better accuracy and faster target transitions. The slide is optics-ready, cut deep for red dot co-witnessing, and comes with aggressive serrations that make manipulations feel tactical and satisfying. The frame's texture is pure grip lock. It digs into your hand without chewing it up, so you stay glued in even when you're pushing speed drills hard. It's got minimal take-up, a clean break, and a fast, snappy reset that practically begs you to run it like a sewing machine. It's the kind of trigger that speeds you up. Add in 18-round mags and a perfectly balanced feel in the hand, and the PDP Match becomes this silky fast, laser-accurate machine that makes you feel like a pro, even if you're just out for a fun range day. I ran this on a steel plate rack at 15 yards and felt like the gun was thinking for me. It doesn't fight you, it flows with you. And when you've got a red dot mounted and that flat recoil profile working for you, it's like the gun is playing on your team. Number 9, easily. This thing's a monster. At number 8, we've got something that shouldn't exist. But I'm so glad it does. Meet the Beretta 92 Squalo. Squalo, meaning shark in Italian. And yeah, it absolutely lives up to the name. It's sleek, it's aggressive, and it eats transitions like chum in the water. Beretta took the iconic 92 platform and gave it a full race gun makeover without losing its soul. And the result? A single action-only beast designed for flat-out speed and total control. Let's break it down. You've got a full steel frame, heavy in all the right places, which keeps muzzle rise practically non-existent. The brand new Extreme S trigger system is one of the best factory triggers Beretta's ever produced. It's light, crisp, with a microscopic reset that practically rewards you for pushing faster. Fiber optic front sight, fully adjustable rear, full-length dust cover with a pick rail. This thing isn't playing around. The aesthetics? Full blackout finish with blood red accents. It looks like a competition gun dressed for war. But beyond the looks, what really sells it is how it feels when you run it. It doesn't bounce, it doesn't drift, it locks in and drives hard. Recoil impulse is straight back and the slide cycles like it's running on rails. It's heavy enough to stay put, light enough to feel nimble, and fast enough to make your shot timer do a double take. If you ever wanted a Beretta that could hang with the modern race guns, the 92i Squalo is it. This ain't your dad's M9. This is a shark with a trigger. I love an underdog, and this one hits like it has something to prove. The Tisas PX-57 is one of the biggest curveballs of the year. Chambered in 5.7 by 28mm, this pistol fires a blisteringly fast, low-recoil round that's built for speed. If you've never shot 5.7 before, picture this. Rifle velocity, handgun frame, and a recoil impulse so soft it feels like the gun's doing half the work for you. Now here's what sets the PX-57 apart. It doesn't try to be flashy. It's a clean, polymer-framed, delayed blowback workhorse. You get a standard 20-round mag, which means fewer reloads and more time blazing through drills. The slide cycle's fast, the trigger is crisp with a tactile break, and there's barely any muzzle rise. And for a caliber that usually comes with premium sticker shock, Tisas somehow delivers this thing at a price that feels like daylight robbery. In your favor. Grip-wise, it's shockingly natural for a 5.7 pistol, which often have clunky or awkward designs. Tisas clearly paid attention to ergonomics and recoil management. The whole system feels balanced and intuitive, especially for quick transitions and controlled pairs. After running it on steel at 15 yards with a red dot, I was legit stunned at how easy it was to stay on target. It feels more like a purpose-built comp pistol than a budget-friendly blaster. If you're 5.7 curious, don't sleep on this one. It may not have the name recognition, but in terms of sheer shootability, the PX-57 absolutely earns its spot at number 7. Now this one's personal. The Daniel Defense H9 is what happens when a cult classic gets resurrected with a vengeance. If you remember the original Hudson H9, you'll know it had a loyal following and a low-bore axis that had people talking. But it also had issues, like actual why did this company go bankrupt issues. Fast forward to 2024, and Daniel Defense did what nobody expected. They brought it back, cleaned it up, and turned it into something seriously special. So what's the sauce? It's still striker-fired, still chambered in 9mm, but the magic is in the bore axis. It's so low, it practically hugs your hand. That means recoil doesn't flip the muzzle. It just pushes straight back into your arm, giving you ridiculous control and split times that feel unfair. You get a 15-round magazine, deep slide serrations, and a flat-faced trigger that's short, crisp, and incredibly tactile. The frame is aluminum, so it's got just enough heft to absorb snap without dragging you down. In drills, this gun is weirdly intuitive. It points naturally, runs fast, and has that unique blend of 1911 ergonomics with modern striker simplicity. Honestly, it's refreshing. It stands out in a sea of polymer clones. Daniel Defense didn't just revive the H9, they gave it a shot of adrenaline. If you want a gun that's not only fast, but also feels like it was built for shooters who get it, this one's for you. It's smooth, it's stylish, and it's back with a score to settle. I know what you're thinking. Another Glock? Really? But hold up. This isn't your standard plastic fantastic. The Glock 49 MOS is like the hidden remix that slaps harder than the original. What Glock did here was mash up the best parts of the 17 and the 19. You get the full-length slide of a Glock 17 with the compact grip of a Glock 19, and it absolutely changes the game when it comes to control, speed, and carryability. Here's why it matters. That longer slide gives you a better sight radius, more control over muzzle flip, and smoother recoil return, all without the bulk of a full-size grip. So your draw stays tight and fast, but your follow-up shots are way flatter than they have any right to be. And because it's an MOS model, you can drop your favorite red dot on it right out of the box. No gunsmithing, no nonsense. The 49 felt weirdly just right. Faster sight recovery, quicker target transitions, and that same predictable Glock trigger that's fine stock, but ridiculously easy to upgrade. It's low-key, unassuming, and doesn't try to show off. But the second you put it on the timer, you realize how much of a performance cheat code it really is. It's like Glock finally figured out what serious shooters have been DIYing for years and just built it themselves. It's simple, smooth, and sneaky fast. And for a gun that looks vanilla, it runs like a thoroughbred. All right, now we're cooking with gunpowder. At number 5, we've got a competition legend, the CZ Shadow 2. If you've ever dipped your toes into USPSA or IDPA, you already know this pistol's name gets said with reverence. Why? Because it's one of the flattest, fastest, and most controllable production pistols ever built. It's not flashy, it's not tactical, it's just pure engineered performance. This thing's all steel, around 3 pounds of it, with weight biased forward to tame muzzle rise like it's nothing. The high beaver tail and undercut trigger guard let your hand ride up tight to the bore axis, giving you laser control. Whether you're firing one shot or a dozen, the front sight barely budges. That's speed, baby. The double-action, single-action trigger is no joke. DA pull is a smooth 8.5 pounds, but SA drops to a crisp 3.5, with barely any take-up and a short reset that's practically telepathic. You'll be sending follow-ups before your brain even finishes the thought. It's that quick. Slide serrations are deep and grippy, and the checkering on the front strap is competition grade, aggressive enough to lock you in without chewing up your hand. You get a fiber optic front sight for easy acquisition and extended mags to keep the pace hot. If you're not fast with this gun, trust me, it's not the gun. This thing is a masterpiece for people who live for precision and speed. Coming in strong at number 4, this one's the how is it this good and this cheap pistol? The Canik SFX Rival-S. Canik has been climbing the ranks for years, but with the Rival-S, they didn't just step into the ring. They drop-kicked the door open. This is a full-metal, optics-ready competition-tier handgun that runs like a $2,000 custom race gun, but for a fraction of the price. Let's start with the frame. It's steel, heavy, solid, and that weight makes all the difference when you're running fast splits. The slide is ported to reduce reciprocating mass and speed up cycling. Fiber optic sights come standard, and the slide is cut for red dots right out of the box. It even comes with multiple optic plates included. That's unheard of at this price. Now the trigger. It's got a flat-faced aluminum design with a 90-degree break that's super crisp and consistent. Canik's triggers have always punched above their weight, but this one might be their best yet. Reset is short, clean, and repeatable, perfect for quick double taps and tight shot strings. Controls are fully ambi, and the magwell is flared for fast reloads. Out of the box, you get extras. Spare mags, aluminum base plates, mag loader, cleaning tools, the whole shebang. Canik doesn't just sell you a gun, they hand you a complete setup. I've run this on steel and paper at speed, and it keeps up with pistols twice the cost. If you want to go fast without going broke, the Rival-S is your best wingman. This one was built for the podium. If you've ever wondered what would happen if aliens designed a handgun, well, they did. And it landed at number 3. The Laugo Alien is like something out of a sci-fi movie, except it's real and terrifyingly good. This check-made space blaster is unlike anything else on the market. No slide riding over the frame, no tilting barrel, no compromise. It has the lowest bore axis of any handgun in the world. It's so low, the barrel practically sits on your trigger finger. That means recoil doesn't flip the gun, it pushes straight back, which gives you nearly zero muzzle rise. It's freakishly flat. Combine that with a fixed barrel and fixed top sight rail, meaning your front sight doesn't move with the slide, and you get god-tier tracking for fast strings. The Alien's gas-delayed blowback system further softens recoil, and the reciprocating mass is insanely light. It's like shooting a race-tuned .22, except you're sending real 9mm rounds downrange. And the trigger? Smooth, short, and fast. No grit, no wall, just go. The grip angle is different from anything else, but once you settle in, it feels oddly perfect. Plus, it comes with swappable top rails for iron sights or optics. You can literally reconfigure the entire upper in minutes. Sure, it costs around $5,000, but let's be honest. If you're shopping for lap-time-worthy handguns, the Alien is the Lamborghini of the pistol world. It's not for everyone. It's for shooters who want the absolute peak of performance. All right, this one is the reason your shot timer calls in sick. Coming in at number 2 is the Staccato XC, and it's not just a handgun. It's a performance machine. Built on the legendary 2011 platform, the XC brings together everything you want in a competition or duty gun. Light recoil, fast recovery, and ridiculous precision. What makes it special? Start with the built-in compensator. It's not an aftermarket add-on. It's machined right into the slide and barrel system, and it works like a dream. It channels gas upward and out, flattening recoil and keeping your sights locked in like a laser pointer. That means faster transitions, tighter splits, and more rounds on target in less time. The 5-inch barrel gives you better velocity and a longer sight radius. The slide? Lightened with lightning cuts, so it cycles fast without unnecessary bounce. And then there's the trigger, a 2.5-pound single-action beauty that breaks clean and resets with a snap. Every pull feels intentional, confident, and fast. It's optics ready, of course, and comes with Staccato's adapter plate so you can run whatever red dot you're obsessed with. Throw in a steel frame, a crisp grip module, and a short dust cover, and you've got a pistol that balances like a dream. It makes you faster, tighter, better. It's no wonder elite shooters run this thing in matches and on duty. If you want the most complete out-of-the-box race pistol experience you can buy without diving into full custom builds, this is it. Yep, you saw it coming. The Glock 19 is the peanut butter and jelly of concealed carry. It just works. Compact enough to tuck under a t-shirt, big enough to handle business if things go loud. 9mm, 15+1 rounds, 4-inch barrel, striker-fired simplicity. You're not buying this thing to win beauty contests. You're buying it to stay alive. It's got that chunky grip that feels weird at first, but ends up being just right once you run a few mags through it. Recoil, light, accuracy, easy to manage. Controls? Dumb simple. You could train a raccoon to shoot this thing. Now, yeah, the stock sights are trash, like cereal box toy level trash. But whatever, swap them out. Aftermarket support is off the charts. You want night sights, red dots, threaded barrels, rainbow unicorn slides? Glock's got the parts bin for it. Reliability? That's where this thing shines. I've put more rounds through this gun than I've eaten tacos this year, and that's saying something. It's been dropped, banged up, ran dry, shot in the cold, shot in the heat, and it just keeps going. Price is usually around $500 to $600, depending on where you shop and how fancy you get. Still one of the best values in the game. If I could only carry one pistol forever, it's this one. I know it's not the sexy pick, but it's the one that won't quit on you when it counts. So tell me, what's your #1 carry piece? Drop it in the comments. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll check you later.